Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Andrew, and welcome on back to Airport CEO. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I am having an awesome day, and today we're getting back into some Airport CEO action. Um, in between episodes, I did a bit of testing, as I had mentioned at the end of the previous episode, that I would be testing what the difference in income level would be for between a general aviation airport and a commercial based airport, and the numbers were not too far off of what I was expecting. So what I was expecting is primarily the commercial airport to make the more money between the two, because commercial airliners are going to be able to pay more money than a single actual general aircraft. So I went ahead and took a bit further, and what I did is I developed a small little like test airport of sorts that had a total of 12 aircraft stands, all serving general aviation, and I did the same exact thing, but only 6 aircraft stands for commercial aircrafts. The numbers were mostly in favor of the commercial flights. So I think that from now we're gonna stick with staying with the commercial flights. Eventually, though, I do want to go ahead and get some general aviation coming through this airport. Now, you guys can see that we are actually starting this episode off inside of pretty much what looks to be different terrain. This is not fooling your eyes right now. This is something that is available in this game. It changes based on your weather after, I think it's 6 in-game days, because the day you spawn in is day 1, year 1, and then at day 6, year 1 at noon, it changes over into the fall theme. And then I believe on day 12, year 1, it go ahead and changes over into the winter theme. And then I don't exactly remember when it switches over into the spring. But that's kind of like the general layout for the actual days. I might be a bit different than that, but we will find out nonetheless. I think that I have featured that once or twice before already. So, what is it that I'm planning on doing in today's episode? Well, we got all of our flights taken care of. And I'm not really wanting to worry about our flight planner too much, because I did go ahead and get the auto schedulers set up between episodes. So we can't see the auto scheduler take effect until Monday. Monday is when the auto scheduler really took effect. And it's not putting in as many flights as I would want it to have, but it's putting in a decent number for us to go and keep our flights busy. That I'm actually trying to work out how the front of the actual airport's gonna look. Now, originally I was just planning on moving the stops and everything just down by a couple blocks, but I realized at this point that that wouldn't work. So I started to go ahead and get the roads and the actual car stop, bus stops all figured out over here, and then we go in and get some sidewalks put in. And I also was kind of worried about like how is it that I'm going to be able to connect this up to the current stops. I could have gone all the way around the actual like road network right there, but for some reason, my brain was just like, nope, we just got to do it this way. And you will see that this area right here goes through a whole bunch of changes because it does go through a lot of changes. And I will admit, I did one of the worst things you could ever do inside of Airport CEO. That is right. I had to take a loan or two. To be honest, I had to take a couple loans to go ahead and complete this project. I wanted to get this done in this episode alone. And in order for me to do that, I needed to go ahead and take out the loans. So you can see that I'm trying to measure out the like what will be the expansion of this, and it turns out it's not going to be even anywhere near that expansion distance right there. And then right here, I think I'm about ready. Yeah, I'm trying to decide how am I gonna go ahead and get all of the new aircraft stands. And right here, I'm just looking over like the departure times and everything for our current flights. I don't know really remember why I decided to do this. I guess my brain was just thinking, let's go and check this real quick. And then here you can see that I'm getting these stands put in. Now I'm getting this one put in because I needed to have a basis of where the actual new extension will be going in terms of the terminal foundation. Here you can see me taking out the first of the two loans. And you can see I'm now going to go hog wild here because I'm just going to go ahead and get all of the entire um, expansion taken care of. And we kind of, as I said earlier, we are just pretty much flipping the order, as it were, of what the first part of the terminal looks like. So we're just flipping it on the opposite direction, like you're folding up a book, you're flipping one page over to the next. That's pretty much what we're just doing. Nothing too major right there, and by the end of this video, we actually have all of these terminals operating and accessible to current flights. So that's pretty good right there. And you can see that I accidentally put public roads in place of service roads. I didn't realize this until after they started building them, so I was like, wait, no, I gotta change that. That is not something I want them to do. And then here you can see me rework the security area for the first part of the terminal. Now, initially I didn't want to have the security area be separated into two areas for each terminal, but in all honesty, it was the best and only way that I could make this work. Right here, you can see that I'm putting in a little cheeky door to go and have accessible for only our staff. And right here, I go ahead and figure out the dimensions I need for our actual security. So security itself is within like this sort of almost 5 by I want to say 7 block. So, and it holds a decent amount of people. You can see me building it right now. It holds a decent amount of people, and frankly, I think that we're going to use this in future airports if we go ahead and have another series after that. But I do want to actually talk about that. After this series concludes, I am strongly considering about moving on to a new game, at least for a period of time. Now, currently the development with Airport CEO is on a very slow pace, because as of the time that I'm recording this video, the developers last published a document or devlog about the current update and build back in, I want to say, the beginning of July, and it is the 31st of when I'm actually recording this. This is coming out on the 2nd. But nonetheless, I'm not too sure where this game is going to go after this. They said that they have some new secret features that are coming soon, so that might be something we will see by the end of this series, maybe not. And I just really want to go and get that off my chest. Most likely because of the response from one of the videos that I published just this past week. It might be taking over as far as the new series on the channel. I'm not going to say which video because that would just give away which video I'm going to be making a series on. But anyway, right now you see that I'm actually building the new entrance area for the terminal. Now this entrance area has both a baggage claim side, which we had not designated by this point yet, and a check-in side. And I do put another one of those cheeky little staff doors in over there as well. And I decided to sit there and do this because, frankly, having our check-in staff closest to the actual entrance to the airport is more beneficial than having staff that are all the way on the opposite side of the airport not doing anything. And you can see me right here. I'm getting like this area prepped up for when we do have baggage area or baggage claim for that matter and baggage handling, which right now I'm currently researching that in game. And by the end of this video, we have that accessible to us, but unfortunately, we don't get it operating by the end of today. We'll get that operating though by the end of tomorrow's episode, or not tomorrow, Monday's episode. Correction. Um, but yeah, this is just something that I'm really concerned. Like, I'm not too sure where I want this series to go to. Um, and how long I want it to go to for that matter. Because this series has been really fun, especially all the other series that I've done. I've been really considering just moving on from this game, but when I move on at one point, the next point, like I start the new series, I see a notification from the devs saying, "Hey, new update just came out," and I'm like, I gotta do a video on this like now. So that's the kind of like the. I will admit that's kind of like the OCD and anxiety part of me talking right there. But oh well, and you can see, yeah, right about this point, I start to get the message saying out of pretty much opening up and refreshing it shortly after this, I want to say. Oh yeah, right here I'm fixing up the taxiways as well. Um, Not much that we can fix up though. Yeah, that finishes that up. I finished that part up. And just about, oh, yeah, come on. Uh, he's about to miss it. He's about to miss. No, I'm not about to miss this. I got it just in time. So I keep on closing the menu, waiting for that 150. There it is. And then we go ahead and plop in the security gate. During this time, I do have the game paused, so we aren't wasting money here. And I decided to go and just make these small little, like, empty rooms that don't have anything in them, simply for the fact that we don't need them. It's just going to be open space that we don't need to worry about. Um, and I don't think that there's anything else that I got for this time lapse. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I will let you return back to the past to me and let you watch till the end of the video. Enjoy. Okay, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed that little bit of a time lapse there. I did in that process have to take out two loans. One loan was of 750,000. The second loan was of 150,000. The second loan I can easily pay off in due time. The first loan, though, that's going to take a little bit of time. Now, that may have put us in a little bit of too much debt, but then again, we do have the income to go ahead and supplement that for a majority of the time. Now, what I want to do from here on is try and work out a good system as far as our baggage claim. Currently, we got really nothing going on inside of the airport right now because it's pretty bare bones. We don't really have any need to expand anymore, but I will go ahead and just put in a little like section right here and also demolish that wall. If I demolish that wall, we can go ahead and expand that to our secured area, and we should be a-okay. That area is right there is actually going to be used for our baggage bay right there. So if you guys are wondering what that's going to be used for, there you go. And this is going to take some time because the workers have been actually doing this a little bit slow, in all honesty. I wasn't expecting them to be this slow, but apparently they are. I don't know why, but it's a little bit baffling to me that they're doing slow work. Um, but yeah, there's not much more that I can sit here and tell you guys about what I plan